Today we will talk about the family tree of Iran's second supreme leader, Ali Khamenei. In this video, we will specifically look at who were the ancestors of Ali Khamenei and from which Arab tribe his lineage originates. What is the connection between the Khamenei family and Muslim Spain? And how did Ottoman Sultan Bayezid II help this family migrate to Iran? How many children does Ali Khamenei have? And after him, which of his sons is expected to be his successor and the next supreme leader of Iran? Before we begin the video, let us inform you that this family tree has mostly been compiled using Iranian sources, which may contain some differences or controversial points. However, we have tried our best to present a comprehensive lineage. If we make any mistake, we seek forgiveness. To understand this family tree, we must go back to Ali ibn Abu Talib, who was the Prophet's son-in-law through Fatima and his cousin through his father, Abu Talib. He was born around the year 600 CE in Mecca. According to some narrations, he was born inside the Kaaba, though many historians dispute this claim. He is regarded as the fourth rightly guided caliph in Sunni Islam, and the first imam in Shia belief. His lineage, like that of the Prophet, traces back through Ishmael, and eventually to the father of prophets, Abraham. It is mentioned in narrations that, as long as Fatima was alive, Ali did not marry any other woman. However, after her passing in 632 CE, he married several times. There is considerable disagreement among historians regarding the number and names of his children. As for the children born to Fatima, she gave birth to 3 sons, Hassan, Hussein, and Mohsin, and 2 daughters, Zainab and Kulthum. Among Ali's 5 children, the most prominent were Imam Hassan and Imam Hussein. Speaking of Imam Hassan, he was Ali's eldest son, and for a short period, he served as the 5th rightly guided caliph. In addition, he is considered the 2nd Shia imam after his father. According to a prophecy of the Prophet Muhammad, Imam Hassan ended the first major internal conflict among Muslims. He did this by making a peace treaty with the Umayyad governor of Syria, Amir Muawiyah, and handed over the rule to him. This marked the official end of the Rashidun Caliphate and the beginning of the Umayyad dynasty, which was the first monarchy in Muslim history. Imam Hassan was poisoned and martyred around the year 670 CE, roughly 10 years before the tragedy of Karbala. 3 of his sons, Abu Bakr, Qasim, and Abdullah, were martyred in the Battle of Karbala. As for Imam Hassan's lineage, it continues through his 2 sons, Zayd and Hassan al-Muthanna. Viewers, we will soon cover a complete family tree of Imam Hassan in our next videos. Since Ayatollah Ali Khamenei's lineage traces back to Imam Hussein, today we will focus on that branch of the family. Imam Hussein is considered the 3rd Shia imam after his brother Imam Hassan. Following the martyrdom of his brother, he honored the peace treaty that Hassan had made with Muawiyah. However, when Muawiyah, without consulting the Muslim community, decided to appoint his son Yazid as the ruler, Imam Hussein could not remain silent and rose up in opposition against Yazid's rule. Yazid needed the allegiance of Imam Hussein, that is, a member of the Prophet's family, to gain public support, but Imam Hussein firmly refused to give his allegiance. While on the way to Kufa, at the place of Karbala, Yazid's army brutally martyred Hussein and the 72 members of his caravan. This was a sacrifice for the dignity of Islam, the likes of which are unmatched in history. After the tragedy of Karbala, only 1 son of Hussein survived, whose name was Zain ul Abidin. Today, all of Hussein's descendants trace back their lineage to this son. That is why today, the family trees of all Husseini Sayyids around the world connect back to this very son. Zain ul Abidin is considered the 4th Shia imam after his father. It is said that although he was present during the Battle of Karbala, he was extremely ill and could not participate in the fight. After the battle, when the Umayyad army was looting the camps, they found him sick in his tent. Many high-ranking generals wanted to kill him as well, but eventually his life was spared, and he was taken as a prisoner. However, it is also said that he was later poisoned either by the Umayyad ruler al-Walid or his brother Hisham. After his martyrdom, one of his sons, Zayd ibn Ali, also known as Zayd al-Shahid, declared a revolt against the Umayyads. However, by that time, the Umayyads had grown very powerful, and it was not easy to stand against them. As a result, the Umayyads crushed Zayd's rebellion and martyred him along with his companions. Zayd's martyrdom became the foundation for the first major division within the Shia school of thought. After his death, a group of people accepted him as their imam, which gave rise to the Zaydi branch of Shia Islam. On the other hand, those who accepted Zayn ul-Abidin's other son, Muhammad al-Baqir, as the fifth imam came to be known as the Twelver, or Ithna Ashari Shias. As for Ayatollah Khamenei, his lineage continues through Zayn ul-Abidin's son, Hussein al-Asghar, who, unlike his brother Zayd al-Shahid, did not take part in any rebellion and remained under the guidance of his brother, Muhammad al-Baqir. As for his children, he had 5 sons, and Ayatollah Khamenei's lineage continues through his eldest son, Hassan al-Aftas. When the Abbasids overthrew the Umayyad rule in the Arab world, Hassan al-Aftas migrated to Al-Andalus, which is present-day Spain. There, he settled under the Aftasid dynasty, and thus became known as Hassan al-Aftasi. All the Husseini Sayyids who settled there became popularly known as Aftasi Sayyids. However, after the fall of Muslim rule in Spain, when Ottoman Sultan Bayezid II offered refuge to Jews and Muslims living there, this family also migrated to the Ottoman Empire. First, they settled in Najaf under the Ottoman Empire, and later, during the Safavid era, they moved to a city in the Iranian province of Azerbaijan called Khamenei. Because of their association with the city, the family became known as the Khamenei family. Thus, about 29 generations after Hassan al-Aftas came the most important individual in this family tree. He was named Sayyid Hussein, who was Ali Khamenei's grandfather. He was born in 1843 in Khamenei. He witnessed the reign of Ottoman Sultan Abdul Hamid II and, in order to pursue his basic education, moved to the Najaf region within the Ottoman Empire. After completing his education, he worked in Najaf as a jurist and scholar. While living in Najaf, his son Sayyid Javad Khamenei was born, who was the father of Ayatollah Khamenei. He received his basic education in Najaf, Qom, and Mashhad. After completing his studies, he settled near the shrine of Imam Ali Rida in Mashhad, where he served as the Imam of the Azeri Mosque in Mashhad. His love for the Ahle Bayt, the Prophet's family, was so immense that he spent his entire life in the vicinity of the shrine of Imam Ali al-Rida. And after his death, he was buried near that very shrine. As for his children from his first wife, he had 3 daughters, Alavia, Batul, and Fatima. However, after the death of his first wife, he remarried Khadija Mirdamad, who was Ayatollah Khamenei's mother. According to some Iranian sources, it is mentioned that her lineage also traces back through several generations to the 6th Shia Imam, Jafar al-Sadiq. Khadija and Javad Khamenei had 1 daughter and 4 sons. Among them, the most important was his second son, Ayatollah Ali Khamenei. He was born in 1939 in Mashhad, Khorasan, Iran, and received his early education in Mashhad and Najaf. After that, he settled independently in Qom, where he became a close associate of Ruhollah Khomeini, the leader of the Islamic Revolution in Iran. He was one of the main figures in the Iranian Islamic Revolution, and after the passing of Ruhollah Khomeini, he was chosen as Iran's second supreme leader. However, before becoming supreme leader, he had also served as the 3rd president of Iran. In the present era, among the leaders of the 57 Islamic countries, he is the only one who openly speaks out against the atrocities committed by Israel. Not only that, but on October 1st, 2024, under his orders, the Iranian military fired more than 200 ballistic missiles at Israel. Although he personally follows the Twelver Shia school of thought, in one of his Friday sermons, he stated that, "We must set aside the Shia-Sunni divide and unite against our common enemy." When it comes to his siblings, Ali Khamenei's eldest brother, Mohammed Khamenei, is a teacher and a lawyer. He played a significant role in drafting Iran's current constitution. His two younger brothers, Syed Hadi and Syed Hassan Khamenei, are also staunch supporters of Ali Khamenei and currently hold high-ranking positions in the Iranian government. However, there is one member of this family who is a strong opponent of Ali Khamenei, his own biological sister, Badri Khamenei. She has consistently spoken out against her brother's rule on international platforms and has even demanded his removal from power. She is married to Ali Murad Tehrani, a well-known Shia scholar and author in Iran. He too is often seen criticizing Ali Khamenei, and as a result, both of them have spent several years imprisoned in Iranian jails. Their daughter, Farideh Morad, has also been imprisoned multiple times for speaking out against her uncle. Viewers, when it comes to Ali Khamenei's children, he is married to Mansoureh Khatun, with whom he has 4 sons and 2 daughters. His sons are Syed Mustafa, Syed Mojtaba, Syed Masood, and Syed Maysam Khamenei, while his daughters are named Huda and Bushra. As for his successor, as you can see on screen, 3 of his sons, Mustafa, Masood, and Maysam, do not appear to be deeply involved in politics. However, his son Syed Mojtaba seems to hold the most influence and power, clearly following in his father's footsteps. He has also been very active in Iran's proxy wars and various military campaigns. This is why many believe that Syed Mojtaba could very well be Ali Khamenei's successor and Iran's next supreme leader. However, nothing can be said with certainty at this point. Viewers, if you're curious about the ancestors of the Prophet Muhammad and want to see their complete family tree, don't forget to check out the video displayed on your screen. Thank you so much for watching. See you in the next video.